All right, this is the Nguyen residence and going over kind of some warranty work. This is the foyer, and this video is to just kind of explain and tee everybody up. I'm gonna be on vacation. This is Jerry Lind, our handyman. Say hi.
Hi, how you guys?
And Jerry's gonna be helping us, and he, when you can't get a hold of us, he will help make decisions on behalf of our family. He is on retainer with us and just takes care of us all the time. So he is our man. So we're actually gonna go straight upstairs and just identify kind of the large failure areas that has really initiated these conversations. And a main area of concern is these kind of glossy enamel painted walls. And as you can see, kind of like in areas when I go on an angle here, uneven finishes, uneven gloss, and it kind of occurs throughout the entire wall. Other issues around that same type of finish. The finish seems to have some issues with the spray on, but you can see significant cracking on the corners and especially the seams, and the top edges of the crown molding, as we'll kind of walk around and demonstrate more, has lifted. As Pete had noted, the cap oftentimes when it gets really hot will lift and then settle back down. So it seems like it's settled back down and ready to be repaired. So we're going to turn right from the stairs and go into the master bedroom. Here, there is a squeak somewhere right here. Pete finds it really well. And then we're going to go straight into the shower. And in the shower, there's these issues with cracking, and there is a slight smell of mildew, assuming from there. This marble top here obviously has a seam because the prior reason for replacement under warranty was that the previous installation was actually used with liquid nails. The oil seeped through to the top, showing the seam in the bead of glue. What we're looking for was some confirmation that it was working, and then now we have some severe cracking that we need to do some exploratory diagnosis to find out what's going on. It is closest to the shower head here, and this shower head is rarely used. We use the ones over here. Another issue within the shower is we have mildew and mold accumulating in the corners, and this is a legacy issue from a repair where now this tile is sloped here. It was not when we first purchased the home, and it was holding water, and water was actually getting behind it, and there was never any reconciliation that behind what needed any repairs or not. It was just a superficial repair, and we believe that we're seeing the remnants of the old moisture coming through it as mold and mildew. And again, similar issue that was repaired before here. No longer standing water, but you can see that the different shades of tile shows where it was not sloped down, and there was actually standing water here. Nothing to do about that right now, just trying to give insight into maybe possible infiltration points of water. And this seat, obviously no water's ever touching out here, but expanding enough to where it is absolutely cracking the seam. Kind of coming into the toilet room. Lots of construction adhesive that was never resolved. And you can see the line kind of going, and that happens through many of the bathrooms. Coming into the master bedroom, again, we have crown molding that needs to be double checked and sealed up. And if we look at the TV and behind it, this whole section right here, as you can see, awkward cracking, and it looks like the cracking is occurring in all of the seams as well. So please look at that. And obviously, again, all the crown molding. Going to the hallway. Squeak right here in front of Taylor's room, our little boy's room. Also, please check the doors. These were sprayed right before we moved in. And as you can see here on closer inspection, same issues of the finish on the walls over there. That improper finish, wrong sheen, and looks like a small blotch on the doors. Looking at the crown molding again, as you can see here in the hallway, the big cracks and the top edge. If you look at the ceiling of the laundry room, you can see that it looks like there should be some more paint, and there's actually splotches of different shades of color. Not sure, not an expert, but when we kind of back up and look at the crawl space up top, it doesn't look like there's any paint at all. Please look at the door frames. Cracks in the door frames, and especially on the seams and the corners. And again, it's just the cracks on the crown molding are just kind of all over the place. And then also please look at the seams in the corners and mid point of the entire length of a crown molding, because the seams in the middle, while they may have been properly patched, the paint that they used wasn't mixed correctly, and it actually is a different color in the middle, or a different sheen, I should say. Small issue, not big, but as you can see, the tile here looks good, and then there's actually a dip. If we can kind of get that kick back out, it's just visually unappealing. And we're gonna kind of come back out of this guest bedroom. Same issues to look for. Migrating to the bonus room as well. Make a quick pit stop in this kind of extra room. Same issues, just to look for. So here you're going to see that there's actually a change in color in the floor. I think Pete mentioned that he did find extra panels, so hopefully we can replace those to where the floor is all one color. This is probably a great demonstration of the issues that we're seeing all over the home on the crown molding and on the doors. Unfortunately, all the window frames, the doors, the crown molding, the baseboards are all this sheen. And when they went to come fill and then knock it down the filler and then repaint, it just looks like this all over the place. So, you know, the rails and all that, please help us check to make sure all that's resolved, because you can see that it's actually it's quite an issue that just doesn't look nice. Coming into the bonus room, kind of the same thing. Please just double check the crown molding and the baseboards and the cabinets. But as of the moment, the walls here have been repainted, and not sure what the proper term is, but we hired a painter and they came in and they straightened all the walls out and knocked it down, and it's perfectly even and a nice coat of paint. So there shouldn't be any issues with the walls in here. here's an issue of dripping paint. And this is where Pete had pointed it out. And I'm trying to get a good angle for us here. Where was it? I just saw it. Right there. It's right there. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it's right here. Right above the barn door. Coming down. With that construction adhesive, I'm not sure what we can do here. That definitely is an issue around the home. You can see that there's some white residue from being overshot around the house, and particularly in the corners of the staircase. And so just a lot of finish work. Example of the door cracking with that type of finish. Example of the wall cracking. And what was really disappointing about Cascade was they never scheduled, at our request and at their obligation, to actually do a final walkthrough to take care of these things. And you can see there's a joint example with the lighting behind it to really show off the different sheen. So again, kind of everywhere around the home. I want to show the residue issue here. Not really construction adhesive, but overspray. So this is right in the baseboard, or the first step. Overspray of the original repair. You can see the original repair wasn't even performed correctly. It's not smooth. There's actually a big gouge that's been spray painted over, and the overspray is actually onto the actual stair itself. We need to get that corrected as well. And then we're going to show construction adhesive in the Gen Suite. And we're coming into the Gen Suite to just demonstrate more construction adhesive. And so I think the moral of the story here is, we're going to be looking for these issues and what's going to be the best approach to tackle this project methodically to ensure we're capturing all this, because it is a significant amount of work. So we'd much prefer to have the team in here and get it done and completed instead of doing it in, broken up between 1 week to another. So that's pretty much kind of a rundown of the issues of the home, and they're pretty consistent, and it's just going to take a very methodical eye to go through and rectify all of these warranty issues. So alrighty, thank you so much. Bye.